will certainly seize upon the Midwest. A great afternoon for football at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and then to go. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Kansas City Chiefs. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Touch, line, 90. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm 12.
This is Joe Mixon, fourth in the NFL in rushing last season. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Alert, 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 alert. Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic. I got you.
From the 27, Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up, and he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this. So on fourth down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20.
At their own 21-yard line.
Ready. Black 25. Watch tight end.
Here's the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. This is caught by Williams. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. A first down carry for Barkley. And before reaching the 45-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where a play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Ryan. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 18. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys didn't come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
Offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Mike, 53. 53.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Ryan. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
What's the run? They're running it.
Throwing is Wilson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. On first and 10, it's Wilson. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First down for the Chiefs, solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. So that worked really well last week because he had made that way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 12 at the 19-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2. They've got a third down and 5 to start things out.
Mike 25. Cross the pass.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He'll have a first down past the 40. He's got it to Matthews, complete. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
Texans.
50. 53. Gotta do better. Come on, QB.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between second and 4 and second and 8 and 9.
On second down, here's Barkley. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll be taken down at the 26. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. It's Williams on the catch. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston Barkley. His 11th touchdown of the year as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Here's Mostert. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. There's Wilson to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Single.
To throw is Wilson. To throw again. Escaping the pressure right. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs.
Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Hey,
out of the gun, here's Wilson, eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson. And his throw here's incomplete. Travis Kelce, the all-pro tight end, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll get that to DeValve, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 32-yard line.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
On first down, Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete, and he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On third down, Mixon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
A first trip to the red zone for KC. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Being chased out left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
3 down. Watch one.
Throwing again. Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Wilson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Emmanuel Sanders, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The extra point up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Ryan, and that's complete to Gates. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action. It's Ryan. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass. Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
First down, Texans.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. From the gun, Ryan. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
And the Texans, first down.
Ready, back 25. Sit. Mike 4. Here we go.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Double time. You got 3 down. Gun. Check 24. Mike 4. All day, every day, any day. Ready to go.
Barkley trying to run inside, but nothing there. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Set and ready to go for the 2nd half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start. At the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Down.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
At the 20-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Three bud. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Got it.
They'll go to Barkley again. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Ready, blue 80. 25. Check, 53. Check. Switch. 53's the mic.
To throw on 3rd down, Ryan. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie.
A 3-yard pickup.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
52's the mic. Watch the slant.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Texans scoop it. The 20, 10. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. So many times, tight games decided by one big play. A lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Texans 14, Chiefs 7. Miami Fairbairn at the kickoff for Houston.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Now Mostert. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
32-yard line.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Trevor Williams was shot out of a cannon there on the corner blitz.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And it's a touchdown. Third down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field on an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 21-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go,
first and 10. That's their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now it's Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. He juked him. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
Let's get it. Ready. Check 53. I got him. Let him go.
Operating from the gun, Ryan. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
Let's go. Let's do it.
A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. Eric Kendricks, the Vikings' leading tackler a season ago, in on the stop.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in 3rd and long, and that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. He's got his man. It's Williams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. Ryan now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. They'll run with Barkley. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Ryan. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th.
Down, ready, 280. Mike, number 53, Mike 53. Get up.
On first down, Barkley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They go play action now. Ryan. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. That'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd.
Mike 4. All right, T, let's go. All right, T. Check 3. Watch the safety creep.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. On the run, it's Barkley. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense. Countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Well, this one is no good. Fairbairn hangs it out to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. Now, this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
You certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game, and that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. Now Wilson on 1st down. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one, because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. Dancing to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, 2nd half, no quit in him.
0.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, but it'll be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Crunch time, defense.
Wilson now, throwing again. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Kenny Clark make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again. And on 3rd and 15, we see the dime look, 6 DBs on the field.
Playing pass all the way.
Get him! Get him! Get him! Go!
Here's Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 31-yard line. Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 30.
Now Wilson operating from the gun. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. I want to go back to something you said in the 1st quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Buying time to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Waiting. Mike 57. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey, and it's 3rd and short. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
Turnover. That's what we do. Other way. Let's go.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not. Did not get back there. It's a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Texans take over an excellent field position.
20.
Oh, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now it's Barkley. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Ready to go.
Ryan. And he hits his man, Matthews. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Jordan Matthews. His first touchdown on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And that one makes this a 19-point game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Travaris Cadet, his first carry. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Wilson now off the bootleg. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Check. 65. 65. Check. 93's the mic. 93's the mic. I'm coming after you.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Intended for Travis Kelce. Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Even. 4 down. Even.
Wilson going to throw again. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught. It's Kelce. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Again, Wilson. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. And the Chiefs have it. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They are in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
3 down.
To throw is Wilson. Throwing on 1st down. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Leonard Williams, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So Houston going to come away here with the victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Houston, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew.
Up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When I've been up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use it, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Yeah, drown out my problems, let me. When I've been up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him
Hey everybody, thanks for joining us today. I'm the coach, and this is Madden Ultimate Team. For this next challenge, you need to complete all the challenge goals to get the win. You can view the goals at any time from the pause menu.
Here's the former Cornhusker Brett Maher to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun, Ryan flushed out right. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Ball on the 30 as they come up second and 10. And a first carry here for Charles Sims. And they bring him to the ground just shy of mid. Field.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
I can't believe they let you play.
On 2nd and 11 now. Ryan escaping the pressure right. He gets it to Sims, complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 39. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They run, Devontae Freeman. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That really sets him back. A loss of 6. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. They'll run on first down. It's Sims, and he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's Sims on the run, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Charles Sims taking it in, and they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better, and I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Dawson able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken from the 7. Breaks the tackle, now an Allen. Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys! A 93-yard kickoff return as they are now on the board here in the first half. Well, there you go. They gave up a score to start the game, and as quick as they could get it back, they did on the return.
And people talk about this all the time, whether you're coaching it, whether you're trying to work on it, whether you're just trying to put in the minds of your players. Attack back as fast as you can after giving up a score. no quicker way than on a kick return.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Dallas Cowboys, a team that started 3-0, now 3-2 after a pair of losses in week 4 and 5. And as their offense comes back out here, and you think about who they beat in those first 3 weeks, the Giants, Redskins, and Dolphins, not exactly a gauntlet. So now they're at 3-2 and tied atop the NFC East with the Philadelphia team that all of a sudden has hit their stride, winning the last 2 weeks. And that's who Dallas is going to face in week 7. But first up, they'll go to New York to face the Jets in week 6. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, all knotted up at 7. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Eluding the pressure right. The battle for it, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
Intercepted all day, baby. Yeah.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Looking to throw. Prescott completes it to Jason Witten. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards on the play there. The Cowboys have a first down. The first play of the drive there is incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing. Prescott sliding out of the pocket. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. All right. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Prescott. Got his man there complete to Gallup, and he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Prescott on first down. And that is caught. It's Witten for the Cowboy touchdown. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt.